Hello everybody and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Once again, I'll bring you a sweet matchup here between Single Strike Umbreon Vmax with Urshifu versus Mew. And at first you'll be like, type advantage, but don't. I'll bring you something exquisite here in an event win a play set here, and we're gonna get started. We're gonna get started on this video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's jump right in it. Alright, we got here ourselves, and now you see why this Mew deck is gonna be a pain in our butts just by looking at his hand. Monstrosity. Very good. Alright, so let's go ahead here. Let's see who goes first. Waiting for the judge to tell us, that we are good to go. And I hope you guys are doing well, nice and dandy. Also, I have a couple of more videos. Last Saturday we were on Coco in the 1K tournament, and I have a couple of videos for you guys over there, so you guys can enjoy and see what people are playing and the meta over here. What people are playing and what decks are performing really good and what decks are not. But yeah. Let's see if the judge gives us the okay to start. Because right now, we're just waiting on the house. Teehee. But so far here, my opponent has a strong hand. If he goes first, he will be able to play that quick ball, and you know what he's gonna get. I don't know his starting Pokemon until they flip, but all it needs is a Fusion Strike Genesect. That's all you need. Once you start, if you start with it or if you don't, you're good, because if you have two in play, you can just take full advantage of that juicy ability, and he will be thinning. If the top deck that he draws is a playable card, it's not a supporter if he goes first. I'm saying, if it's not a playable card, he can draw a little bit more. But I'm excited here to see this new shenanigan, because Umbreon is weak to grass, and by the looks of it, you see that he has some grassy stuff in his hand, very juicy and tender, like the chicken tenders of Publix. But there it is, we start, and he starts with the Mew Vmax. I start with the Umbreon, and his top deck a freaking Genesect. You love to see it. And now, and he's playing Axogore. That card is freaking busted. Let me tell you that. Just by saying that, it is busted and very good. If that card is in the bench and it becomes into the active, you can attack with just one energy. You don't need three, you just need one, and that attack does 120 plus those little pesky tablets. Let's just say that Umbreon will be doo-doo in a few. But you see here how strong and powerful this Mew Vmax deck it is. You see him there top decking one, quick balling for a second one, quick balling probably now for a third Genesect. Look at that. Oof. All he needs is, and he has two abilities more to use. All he needs is to draw another Mew V, and he'll be set, ready to go. Energy attachment, and we just have to pray to the ADPs to get us out of the situation. Alright, let's see here. He got two cards using the second ability of Genesect, drawing into the energy, and also if that Mew right now has the special energy, we cannot gust it with the ability of Umbreon Vmax. That's how good it is. But we also start with something good, top decking a Houndour and quick balling, getting ourselves another Umbreon V. Due to the fact that we have an explosive start. Look at that, even level ball for another Houndour. Let's see how many Houndours we can get in play this turn. I think that this list that I'm running also has capture energies. So if we attach a capture energy to the bench Umbreon, we will be able to get ourselves. Oh, we have one in hand also. Nice. And double research. Beautiful hand. This is what you love to see in a Umbreon single strike Vmax deck. You just love to see these hands. And on this list that I'm playing, I'm not playing no Cremomatics and no Battle VIPs. So trust me, I'll let you guys know on the next video, so you guys can see uh, what I'm talking about. But there it is. Pokemon capture energy. Sorry, capture energy into the active. We should have attached that into the bench, because right now we will probably get KO if he finds himself that Shell Gourd and attaches into the Shellmet. I think it is. And of course, Mew has no retreat cost, so that will be an easy 2 prizes. So yeah, not good at all. And he has any hand. All he needs is an energy, and he draws Battle VIP Pass, Quick Ball, discarding it. And our board here, our bench setup, it is magnificent, and I love it. I love how it is. But let's just go ahead and pass here into our opponent. Quick balling for probably. Ooh, and he also has the Zapdos in that deck. That's pretty. That's pretty good. I think that will be something that is weak. The Gengar. Oh, so he has a very good list for the Gengar match. Very good. And there it is. You see how he thins his hands. The Mew decks. It is so OP that right now he has 3 abilities, and he's going to. You saw how he discarded his hand completely, and he's just going to refill it back with those Genesect abilities. I don't know the name of it, but I know it is extremely busted. It is so Gucci. It is Genesect number 1, drawing him a couple of good cards there, and he has the energy, and so I think that will be good. An energy there for the Shelgore, and I think that he will take the first 2 prizes in here, which is pretty. And he's using it with also Aurora energy, which is pretty helpful too, because if you have, now that the first turn has passed from his side, if he draws those Battle VIP passes, he can just discard it. Or discard a random card, so he can use another Genesect ability to draw more cards. So this list, it is very, very good, to be honest. It's like you have counter for Umbreon, and you have counter for whatchamacallit, with the Gengar. So I might have to contact this guy to to get the list of it, because like I said, what we're seeing here is pretty juicy. Pretty juicy indeed. And he already played a stadium, so he won't be able to play another stadium, but he's just going there for the kill and taking a knockout due to the fact that we are weak to Psychic. Not Psychic, to Leaf. Now, our question is, can we knock out this dude? Because that's all we need. We need to knock it out and get rid of it as soon as possible. And like I said, we can use the ability of Umbreon due to the fact that that special energy attached to the Mew protects him. So you can't do quick shooting, you can't do nothing with your abilities, you can't do nothing to it, because that special energy card is so busted. But we're gonna go ahead and use the 2 abilities of the Houndours, attach it into the active, and that'll be 50. 6, 7, 8, 9. That will be 90 damage, so that will be a knockout into that Exogore. Now, let's see if we can find ourselves another Houndour, so we can evolve it and use the ability to accelerate energy into one of the Umbreon's V. So that way we start setting it up. And my opponent doesn't have no tools attached, so we're gonna save that tool scraper. Remember, it's very important to save those. And let's see what we draw here. We need a Evolution Instance or the Houndour. We got a stadium, so that's good. There it is. Bumping the stadium, and also an energy attachment per turn. I forgot about that too. Using the stadium, getting rid of those Urshifu because in this matchup we do not need them. And look at that. This list that I'm playing here, I was so happy with it because of this reason. We just draw what we need without playing the Crabomatics and without playing the Battle VIP Pass. And I'm telling you guys, is in this list, it's not that good, and you'll see eventually in more videos that we have for you install. But there it is. We managed to find ourselves a an evolution instance to evolve that Houndour into the Houndour, and there it is. We're just going to take the knockout here on that Axelgore, and let's see if my opponent flips heads with this Cramomatic. If he does, he will be able to find himself a card. And yeah, it is, I think it's head. Let's see. Yeah, it's head. He got heads, so he will be able to search his deck for a card, and he's eyeballing that. I think it is Peony, not Peony. That supporter. That supporter allows you to discard your hand and search for two trainer cards. I think it is. But there it is, getting that, and also to save more time, he's going to and he got tablets too, so that's pretty good. Attachment per turn, discarding another Fusion Strike energy, playing that supporter Peony, getting himself those cross swisher. So I think that he will target that Umbreon V in the bench to knock it out, because that's the most dangerous card, and because the Houndours can hit you for weakness, but they cannot knock you out. And look at this. My opponent has 0 cards in hand, and now he's using the ability to draw more cards, which is freaking lovely. Like I'm saying, this Mew deck is expensive, but it is a good deck. It is amazing. But yeah, just saying here, he didn't use the ability for those. That's the first ability that he's using. To draw more cards. And now let's see what else my opponent does here, because he already has a knockout on that Umbreon for a 210 with the attack of the Genesect. And also, one thing that I don't see in this deck is the Latias or the Meloetta. Because if you go up against a mirror match, you might want to find a way to counter, those other Mews. And there it is, another Genesect ability. And like I said, that Zapdos is there just for the Gengar. That's it, just for the Gengar. And there it is, going to use the ability to take 2 more prizes, and my opponent already has the advantage here. So let's see if we can find ourselves a knockout. Oh, what we can do here is evolve into that Umbreon, target the Mew, and just take the knockout with this active Houndour, because I'm doing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're doing 90 damage. 90 times 2, I think it is a knockout, is 180, if I'm not mistaken, if my mathematical equations are correct. But yeah, we can do so. It doesn't have an energy, one of those special energies to disrupt us. And we have no Houndour, so we're gonna fail that level ball, use the ability, attach it into the Umbreon till we can set it up, because like I said, we already have knockout here on that bench Mew. Evolving, target, yep, there it is, like I said, and we're just going to swing for the knockout, taking our first 2 prizes here, but now we need to figure out a way how to get back up, because there it is, our pesky Genesect, not the Genesect, our Nemesis, that's the word I was looking for, our Nemesis, that Shelmet, it is freaking busted. I don't know how many power palette tablets he has used so far. We saw him using one, um, but I think that he has other more, so he can do more. And also, he takes damage because of the old cemetery. If you're not a psychic Pokemon, you take damage. Same as me, but the fact that I didn't took damage from the Umbreon because I attached it from the ability. But if I would have attached by hand, you take 20 damage, and 20 damage at the end of the day, it gets you the numbers, you know. But there it is, two tablets into the deck. In the deck, three. He has three available in the deck. So oof, we in big trouble here. We're gonna lose this one. So my opponent cannot use the Genesect attack for 210, but he can use the other attack of Mew, which does 130. And then he's using that supporter. I forgot her name. She allows you to attach search your deck for two special energy cards and attach them to two of your Fusion Strike Pokemon. But yeah, that Shelmet, it is ready to go for next turn. So if we need to find a Boss's Orders to knock out that Shelmet, and that way, if we knock it out, we will be able to, I think, win this matchup. But the thing is that if my opponent takes a knockout here into this Houndoom, he will go down to one price, and all he will need is a Boss's Order or his second pair of Cross Swisher, so he can target another Houndour and hit it for 130 and win this matchup here. Yeah, right now he is explaining to me that he can't use the but I would have taken the knockout into that Houndour. Ooh, but what he does not, one of the things, what he doesn't want to do is give me the ability to use my urns, because if he knocks out the Houndoom, that will be the two energies go to the discard pile, and that will be I will be able to use my my urns. And so far, I think I had discarded just one urn so far. So that's pretty good. And I think we also have a what should I call it? A supporter research. I think we have a research in hand. Yeah, we do. And I think we have an urn in hand also. So that will help me put one back. Another thing that we could have done here is manually retreat. Use the urn to put not one but two of the special single strike energies into the deck. So get 3, 6, 1, 7. But what we can do here is take a knockout. We can take a knockout here with the Houndoom into that Shelmet, because he already has 20 damage in, and we're doing 90. So we're in a good spot here. We can take the knockout, take a price, and for next turn we had checkmate. Technically, I think what my opponent should have done, instead of giving us that Shelmet, given us a Genesect, a Jenny, because then he will be able to attach energy, probably use the Peony, use the Cross Swisher, switch, and then take a knockout. So I think that would have been a good play for my opponent here, and then he would have taken a knockout on the Umbreon because he already has 20 damage. I think you do. Plus, he doesn't have no power tablets in hand, so he can just easily get them back with the Genesect ability. which is like insanely good. So he's gonna use the quick ball, thin more the deck, and you see now, uh, he prized his last Shelmet and Shelgore, I think it was, so he can get that, and he's just going to be using the Genesect ability to draw 5 cards, I think it is. Yeah, 5 cards, and you see here that he could, yeah. To me, what I would have done in his situation, I would just, instead of feed the the Shelmet, I would have given a Genesect. So because we didn't have Boss's orders in hand, we couldn't gust not the Mew or the Shelmet, so we would have been stuck. So we would have to, and also we cannot attack, get a knockout with our Houndoom into the Genesect. So once we attack, because we couldn't take a knockout, even if we retreat and use the abilities to attach into the Umbreon, it would have been a knockout in his Genesect, but since I was behind on prices, he would have been super good. Like he should have done this last turn, and then with the Peony, use the Peony, get the cross swisher, I think it is, and then do the swishing stuff. And then I think I have only 2 more prices. Yeah, so that'll be it for it. And yeah, because he prized it, so he had 2 more cross swisher in the deck, so he could have done that play, in my opinion. So that way, he wouldn't have checkmate and not us. And then we're going here for game number 2. And now that we know that my opponent is playing that pesky Shelmet, we're gonna get rid of those as quickly as possible because they can one-shot us with the power palette and take 3 prices out of 1. That's just insane. Insane. Oh. Now let's see if my opponent decides to go first or second. I think it needs to go first. So that way he can set up the Mew, set up the energy, and just easily take a knockout. Put pressure on those. Yeah, we were just talking about the play. Like I was saying, if he could have used the Peony to use a double cross swisher, switch it out, put the grass. Evolve first. Evolve the Shelmet into the Shelgore or Axel Gore, and then attach one of those energies that he had into the Genesect, probably. I don't know. And use Peony, cross swisher, and then dig for the power tablets and take a knockout. Because I don't think he needs 3 tower tablets. I think he would need just 2 probably, because he does 120 and the tablets at 30, it'll be 60, 160, 170, 180. Yeah, 180 times 2, I think that's way enough. No, it's 150. Yeah, I mean, if he uses 1 power tablet, he only needs 1. He can use 1 power tablet, do 150, hit us for weakness, and hit the 300. Oh my god, that's insane. That's freaking insane. Yeah, see, my mathematical equations are way off. And he gave us a mulligan, so we're gonna take it. And there it is, starting with the pesky Shelmet, Mew into the active, and Jenny and he top stacked the battle VIP pass, or maybe he had it in hand. I don't know, but in this deck in Mew, it is good to have the battle VIP pass. It is insanely good because you can just easily draw as many cards as you want with the Genesect ability. So it is appropriate to play it in it. In my opinion, I hate battle VIP passes because when I need them, they don't show up, and when I don't need them, they pop out of nowhere like crazy. There it is. First VIP pass, and then he's going to play that old cemetery, and look at that. You see how good the Genesect ability is? Is bench one, use ability, draw two, get another one, bench it. It's insane. But my opponent whiffed an energy, which is not quite good. And we start here with just a Houndour. Oof, that's pretty bad. But the good thing here is that my opponent did not play in an energy. But if he gets himself that, I think it's Avery. It's not Avery. It's the other supporter. If he gets that supporter that accelerates energy from the deck into your Pokemon's, he gets it, and then he doesn't have any hand. If we play Marnie, we're giving him a higher chance of getting it. And in my opinion, playing Marnie helps our opponent a lot due to the fact that we're just shrinking his hand so he can draw more cards with Genesect. He can just but unfortunately we didn't have another supporter, so we had to play what we got. And we're gonna go for Kroby, playing Levelable, probably getting another. Look at that. You see this? How fast I set up on this matches is insane. I like this list that I have here. I really do love it. So I'm probably not gonna give up on Single Strike Umbreon yet. I'm on my way to build Greedent. Hell yeah, I want to see how it tests or how it performs. To be honest, how it performs in IRL tournaments. I'm very curious to see how it goes. And then 3 Houndours and 1 Umbreon. That's pretty good. And then we're gonna hit our opponent for 40, hitting us for 20, and then Weakness does the extra damage for 40. And there it is, Aurora Energy into the Shelmet, discarding another Mew, evolving that one, playing Boss's Orders probably on that Umbreon. Look at that. You see how insanely disgusting it is? It's just nasty. And then saving that Cramomatic probably to discard his hand if he doesn't have a way to do so. But yeah, look at that. Evolution Instance, thinning one more card out of his deck and out of his hand. Now my opponent will win in the trade prices. He will be taking 2 and we will be behind 2. That's not good. And he has a 2 double Quick Bolt and a Cramomatic. But I don't think he wants to get rid of those his tails. I don't think he wants to get rid of those energies because he can just attach them, you know. But yeah, that's it. And oof, my goodness, look at that. And that's what I think. No, he's not a VMAX. My bad. I jumped too fast. But there it is. He has a power tablet, double Quick Bolt again. But that disgustingly. And the thing is that we cannot play Urshifu because he hit it for weakness. So, this is bad. Weakness for Umbreon and weakness for Urshifu. Not good. Let's see how. What's our answer? Because we can take, if we've managed to evolve the Houndour into the Houndoom, we will be able to take a. No, we won't. I mean, if we use the ability to attach an energy, we will be able to take a knockout into the Axel Gore, which I think we found it. Yep, there it is. You have to evolve the active, Victor. You have to. to take that extra. And then there it is. Now let's see if first ability, and there it is, attachment. That way we'll be able to take a knockout. Now if my opponent does not find a way, he has a supporter, but not the one he actually needs to continue taking knockouts here. And we're gonna go and accelerate another energy into the Houndour just to prep it out, because at this point we're not going to bench another Umbreon V. First of all, because we don't have it, and second of all, we won't, due to the fact that yes, we take a knockout here, but there's another one in the bench that he can just easily evolve it, and it becomes, and then he will take 2 more, and now we will be behind 4 prices instead of just 2. And like I said, there it is, another evolution instance, getting himself that Axelgore, evolving in it. And also, if he just switches, he can just take a knockout here on this freaking Houndour and slap up for freaking weakness. That is energy attachment per turn, Aurora energy discarding one of the future strike energies and using the ability of Genesect of drawing 3 new cards. And he draw into 2 power tablets. But I don't think he wants to use them now. He's just going to take a knockout there on the Houndoom with his Axelgore. So we're just going to go ahead and promote our second Houndour. There it is, evolving the Houndoom. And I'm not going to do Marnie for the same reason, because if we do Marnie, we just shrink his hand so he can use more abilities, and it's a weird cycle of hatred. There it is, playing research, getting ourselves 7 new cards. I can't speak. Confusing cards for energies and energies for cards. This is the power of Mew. Using Tower to discard the Urshifu, drawing 2 new cards. But do we have an Umbreon? I think right now we should be benching the Umbreon. That is using Earn, attaching another, and using double ability to attach there. I think that's weird, but that's what we gotta do. And shuffle because of the Earn, of course. And there it is. We need that Umbreon. Nope. But we do not get ourselves a Quick Ball or a Capture Energy to knock it out. So we're just going to take a knockout here into the Axelgore, getting rid of the threat. And now my opponent, what he has to do is just set up. Yeah. He needs to discard a card first, my good sir. He's going to discard the switch. He doesn't need those. And he gets tails. So that Chromatic would not be put to good use. And then if he plays that supporter, getting rid of 2 tablets is, at this point, it is bad, because I don't think he has another whatchamacallit, another Axelgore or Tell Me. But there it is. He's going to use them to. He's going to commit them to draw more cards. There he finds more energies, but not the supporter that accelerates energy either way. There he shows me, because he's like, this is not what I need. I need the supporter. But I would save those power tablets, to be honest, because if we manage to set up an Umbreon, we want to be able to, and he can evolve that. He just mentioned we will be able to. He won't be able to one-shot us because he does 210. But if he uses all his power tablet, I think it is, he has a knockout into the Umbreon. But at this point, what we need is a boss's orders. No, we are gonna get discarding that secondary Urshifu capture energy. Now the Umbreon will come into play, but I'm afraid it will come in play a little bit too late. And we didn't want to attach that capture energy into the Crobat. We would have preferred to draw into a quick ball and get the Umbreon, then attach the energy into it, so that way we'll be good on those prices. But right now we're just going to slap for 70 damage. Oh, 90. I think we're using the scroll, if I'm not mistaken. The scroll is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we used the scroll to attack for 90 instead of 70, which I think it is very good. And there it is. That Mew is already set up. Oof. Oof. Peony for Cross Swisher? Can he find himself? Oof, discarding one Cross Swisher. Does he has two more in the deck so he can use that UC combo? Oh, he doesn't. So he's not going to be able to take a knockout into the Umbreon there, which is pretty bad. If I was him in this situation, before using that Peony, I would have tried to dig for that card with using the Genesect's ability, to be honest. But he's going to go ahead and use those two quick balls, getting himself probably another Genesect. Yeah. So at this point, he can't do nothing because he has him priced. He has him priced. So he needs to take a knockout here on this Houndour. See if he can find it, but at this point, I think it's already checkmate due to the fact that he's behind on the energy acceleration. Unless he wants to stall, and because we saw that he had another switch in the deck, unless he wants to switch the Mew into the other Genesect, buy himself another turn, and that way, see if he can find something to or just wait a turn, attach an energy into the Mew, and attack with the active, so that way he can buy himself a turn, also taking a prize, probably getting the Cross Swisher, and then at the end, boss's orders for the Crobat and win. Because we have 4 prizes, and he has 3, so he is winning on the prize card exchange. So, yeah. But, yeah. And we draw into a quickie. Now the answer is, I think this is the part where we evolve the Umbreon Vmax and we just can't gust it due to the fact of that stupid energy that prevents it from getting gust from abilities or getting damage from abilities, which is ridiculous. But it is what it is. So no Zigzagoonies can pin it, no quick shootings can pin it, no Dark Signal, I think it is, to gust it up. So yeah, very very good special energies that came into the Fusion Strike set. Very good indeed. So we're just gonna go ahead and retreat, promote into the active, discarding those 2 energies. Probably we have earned, yeah, we do. So getting those earns back into, attach them into the active, taking 40 damage in the process. And I think we have energy attachment per turn and plus ability, and there it is. We can't do it due to the fact that he can't beat target. So I was like, never mind. We take a knockout here into the active. Playing Professor's Research, getting him trying to dig here for an energy or another urn, so we can take the knockout into this Mew. And there it is. We find ourselves capture energy, search our deck, but we have nothing in it. we're gonna shuffle it either way, and we'll be able to hit it for 160, 170, 180, 190, 200. That's 400 for the weakness. And now let's see if we go to game 3, because he does 210, 240 if he plays that tablet. So he would need to play. He would need to find himself another tablet so he can take the knockout into this Umbreon Vmax, if I'm not mistaken, if my mathematical equations are correct. Because right now, if he does 210, that'll be 250 damage into the active, 30 to 50 to 60 to 70 to 80. Yeah, he'll need to play double tablet in order to take a knockout and go to game 3. And now he's you see his hand maneuver there, but he's saying that he prized another one of those Shelmet, which is crucial into this deck here. Nick, get your hands over there. But there it is. Yeah, he conceded because he knows that it's checkmate, and he prized one of the cross switchers, one of the like 2 key cards he prized, and then, but there it is, guys. One of the cool. One of the cool matchups that I had here in Win a Playset event, to be honest, and I think is this build that we saw here, very good, to be honest. Insane, because you're hitting. Yes, you don't. If you go up against Mirror Match, you just have to try to set up. But if you go up against Umbreon, you hit it for weakness. If you go up against Gengar, you hit it for weakness. And if you go against fighting, you hit it for weakness. So you have, and my camera froze here. Look at this, how cool I look. There it is. But he hits for weakness 3 decks, basically. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did here. You know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. And, share it with your friends. Share it so make more people come over here, see this. This is one of the matchups in Win a Playset. The playset was 4 Marnie's full art and 4 quick shooting Inteleons, the gold ones. So this is, I think it is round number 3. And like I said, without further ado, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you know what to do. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. With